I'm going to talk about Easter. As a kid, I used to have little plastic eggs, like the kind that open, so I would wake up and have to find Easter eggs that were hidden strategically around the house. They had a bad experience with hiding real eggs and then discovering one a long time later. They hid plastic eggs for me. They learned, because I was their second kid, they learned from their first kid to just hide the plastic ones. I actually have a home movie of me reading The Wizard of Oz, or reading The Wizard of Oz because I couldn't yet read, but I'm holding the book and reciting it from memory, and I'm also playing with a fake Easter egg. I don't know what it is, why people associate Wizard of Oz with Easter. There's no Easter in The Wizard of Oz. I don't even think there's a rabbit in The Wizard of Oz. No. And we would also paint eggs, and usually what we would do is paint eggs like the night before or something. I don't know, because we would eat the eggs the next day for breakfast. We would eat the eggs on Easter for breakfast, which was actually usually around lunchtime, so it was more like brunch. I had like kits where you could color in, it was like a white crayon or something, so you could draw or write something and then you put it into the color, and then when you take it out it would be like all green except for what you'd written in the crayon. It was pretty cool. And I think I made a Jermaine egg once that looked like Jermaine from Flight of the Conchords. We would eat a lot of candy, especially those little like Hershey's eggs that were crunchy in the inside. I used to love those. I'd eat a bajillion of them. I was never as big into the chocolate bunnies as a lot of other people probably are. I couldn't eat a whole chocolate bunny. I would die. Before I got to a certain age, we would watch the 10 Commandments. My dad loves the 10 Commandments, so we would watch every Easter, and I would fall asleep because I did not like the 10 Commandments. When I reached about middle school age, I recommended to my parents that rather than watching the 10 Commandments, because we'd seen it a bunch of times and it wasn't that exciting, I recommended The Prince of Egypt. So we rented The Prince of Egypt, and my dad realized, hey, this is just like the 10 Commandments, except it's a cartoon, and it's shorter, and it's got songs. Though hope is frail, it's hard to kill. Who knows what miracles you can achieve when you believe somehow you will. I really like The Prince of Egypt. It's a good movie. It's not about Easter though, it's about Passover. But it's nice to be open to the Jewish people as well, because their holidays falling on around the same time. It's Passover this week. So when I go to the Holocaust Museum, I'm probably going to be one of the few people who's actually there, because everybody is going out of town and making their matzah and getting together for Passover. So, but it'll be kind of interesting and kind of nice to actually be able to talk to some people about it if they're at the museum. And I said it was Passover, so my sister said, oh, so we'll have to get some sheep's blood and put it over the doorway. And I said, yeah, otherwise they're going to kill your firstborn. And she said, no, Vlad! Vlad is her favorite of the cats. It's a pleasant conversation. If you watch The Wizard of Oz or The Sound of Music, I just kind of want to know why, because neither of them is really related to Easter or Passover. Although I guess technically Sound of Music could be related to Passover because it's kind of a Holocaust-y movie. But I'm curious because the other night on TBS they were showing The Wizard of Oz, and I know it's because Easter's coming up. Because every time Easter's coming up, channels start showing Wizard of Oz. It's strange, and I don't understand it. And I love that movie, but there's no rabbit in that movie. There's no chicks. Although, no, wait, there are some chicks. There are some chicks at the beginning, but that doesn't warrant watching Wizard of Oz. The first time you see Aunt Em and Uncle Henry, they're counting chicks. And yes, I know this, because this is a movie that I have grown up with. Happy Easter! I also think Jermaine just has really defined features that are really easy to... Anyway, that's not the point.